You know the deal. What is happening? Dior! What have you done? Why have you done this? The old formulation 0.5 oxidized, non-oxidized, and zero point 0.5 new formulation. The zero point 0.5 is not the same as the zero point 0.5. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. Paris Star Channel here welcomes you from a very special and unique place. Guys, right here in the heart of Paris, you have a shopping center called Galerie Lafayette. And let me just tell you one thing. Look at this. Like, we are on the ground floor. The kingdom is happening. And then look, the floors are continuing filled with luxury. So what do we do in here? Well, the reason is very simple. Rumor has it that Dior has launched its new concealer, a repackaged, reformulated concealer filled with floral skincare. So obviously I'm very curious about that because, well, is it a good product for a mature skin? Is the formulation a good one? So as you can see, right here I am in front of the Dior boutique, ready to consult myself to check the products and, you know, to get something for a very interesting episode and the test. So yes, guys, right now we're going to jump into the studio. Well, right now I'm gonna jump into that boutique and consult myself about the new and exciting products. So yes, let's jump to the studio, and in the meantime, greetings from a beautiful Galerie Lafayette. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. Paris Star Channel here, back in the studio with a new and possibly a very exciting episode. Guys, I guess the world right now at this moment is exploding with concealers, and I decided to dive into another concealer that has been repackaged, reformulated, packed with skincare, and it is the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. But, guys, this is something very interesting because there is the old concealer. So basically what is happening, Dior consistently is evolving its product, changing the formulation into the natural derived ingredients product and infusing it with a skincare. So yes, guys, we are going to compare these two concealers together and see if the new formulation is good. Does it work on the mature skin for people who are over 40 years old? We're going to have some fun. We're going to test it. We are going to see what's going on. So yes, guys, if this is something that interests you, please tune in to the party, to my channel, where we celebrate everyone's diversity. Diversity makes us all different and beautiful. So yes, guys, let's start today's episode. A little bit fun of the old and new reformulated concealer from Dior, and it is a Dior Forever. Alright, guys, so here we are. We are ready to play with makeup, to swatch, to talk about it. Everything what I want to tell you in this video will be here, guys, because there are certain things that are definitely important and I would like to talk about them, especially when it comes to reformulation. And then we're gonna see on my face, after 10 hours of wear, does it make any difference? For better, for worse? Or just any difference, you know? So yeah, we're gonna check it out. But before we're gonna do this, first I would like to introduce you the products. So this is the product Dior Forever Skin Correct, the old one, in the shade 0.5N. This is how the product looks like, and it always looked pretty. When it comes to Dior, Dior definitely knows how to do the packaging. It is in a beautiful plastic bottle, but still, it looks gorgeous, it looks beautiful, it looks chic. And now, the new one, the Dior Forever Skin Correct in the shade 0.5N. This is how it looks like. And again, as you can see, the Dior does not fail when it comes to packaging and its luxurious products. But right now, let's do the comparison of the packaging because I think this is very interesting as well. So this is how these products look like compared side by side, and I suppose you can certainly see differences between the packaging when it comes to paper packaging and between the packaging when it comes to bottles. Something has changed. Something has definitely changed. For me, I suppose the most significant difference that is happening now, it's not only when it comes to reformulations and changing the formulation, but when it comes to logo of the brand, guys. I guess we all get used to have that type of a logo of Dior, a very cute. Many people has jewelry with this kind of a logo, and some people even have a tattoos. And what if you have a tattoo like this? Will you change your tattoo to this one? Because okay, so this is the old packaging, and it's glossy when it comes to paper packaging, and this is the new one, which is matte. And there's a different logo. So there's definitely certain, I don't know, rebrandings, there's definitely certain changements and evolutions that is happening within the brand. And then when you take out the bottles, this is the old bottle that I'm going to put in here. And now this is the new bottle. This is how the old bottle looks like. Very pretty in plastic, 0.5, a reminder. And this is the new one. Oh, it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous in touch, a glass, and it is pretty. It is really pretty. And then when you compare them side by side, this is how it looks like. And I guess the most shocking thing is these are two 0.5N, and they look different. So not only the packaging has changed, the formulation has changed, but the shades has changed as well. Which is, this is very difficult when it comes to Dior and when it comes to shades. 0.5 when within one collection is not going to be the same in comparison with 0.5 with any other collection. This because, as you can see. So, before we're gonna try and talk a little bit about these products, let's do the swatches so that you can see how different it is. This is the old bottle, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of a swatch right over here. And this is something that I don't understand as well when it comes to Dior. Their shades is like 0, 0, and then it's just 0, and and there's 0.5, and then it's just 1. Can we just start from like 1? 1N, 1C, 1W. 2. 2C, 2N, 2W. 3, and so on, instead of just like doing like 0, 0, and then just 0, and then 0.5. It's just so confusing, guys. I swear. I am not even kidding. So yeah, this is the 0.5 in the old formulation, which as you can see, it looks pretty cool. Like, well, pretty cool. It looks pretty good when it comes to my skin tone. And it's 0.5. There are not many below that, you know, so it's very difficult to get super light. So I suppose the old formulation has a white concealer so that you can mix this white concealer with a dark concealer, you know? Anyway, to the subject. I have really lots of things to say. And now this is the new one, the Dior Forever. And this is the same shade, apparently, 0.5. And look at this. It is light. It is definitely lighter. I am not even kidding, guys. Oh my gosh. So yeah. The old formulation, as you can see, was very pretty neutral, was actually going towards very pretty neutral shade, and I love that. But this neutral goes into warm, goes into yellow. I love Dior. Let's just say I love Dior. It is a very interesting brand that proposes extremely interesting products. But then the revolution that is happening within the brand makes me very difficult to love this brand, because I absolutely I am okay when it comes to formulation change, but then when they change the shade like this, I struggle. I struggle. Anyway, we're gonna leave these shades like this to rest a little bit to see what will happen. Will they oxidize and whatnot? We're gonna observe it right now. Okay, guys, so in the meantime, let's talk about the ingredients and about the change that has happened in these concealers, because I think that this is very important. So right now, you can see a comparison of the ingredients right in front of you, and on the left you can see the old concealer, and on the right you can see the new concealer. So first, let's see at the ingredients quickly of the old concealer. So what do we have? In my opinion, I marked in green the ingredients that I consider the most important. So here they are. Not many, as you can see. What are they? The glycerin, of course, the moisturizing glycerin that's going to give you moisture to the skin. It's important, especially in the makeup products, because makeup can dry your skin, so it's good that the glycerin is the moisturizing ingredient, and that is in here. And then there are so many silicones, guys. There are really many silicones and ingredients that are used to formulate the product. And then we go, and then like in the middle, or a little lower than in the middle, we have viola tricolor extract, a first flower ingredient, because Dior is known and is famous for infusing floral skincare ingredients within their makeup line or a skincare line. So it's a viola tricolor extract. And what is a viola tricolor extract? Is a wild pansy extract, and it's an ingredient that is skin protecting and soothing to the skin. It works as an emollient as well. It softens and smooths the skin, and it gives comfort to the skin. A very nice, very interesting ingredient. And then we have a Rosa multiflora fruit extract. And this is the extract from a rose, which basically works as a natural fragrance. And that's why it's masking, but then it has also a tonifying features to the skin. And then we have another active, which is a Tropaeolum majus extract, and it is a nasturtium extract, which is tonifying, and it works as well as the antioxidant, thus giving you protection to the skin, and it is a revitalizing ingredient. So that's it. When it comes to old concealer, you basically had a glycerin and 3 extracts from flowers, and that was it. And now we go to the new formulation. So what do we see in the new formulation? We start with caprylic capric triglyceride, which is an emollient, and it helps skin to keep the moisture within, and then it enhances the penetration of the key ingredients. It is a very cool, very good ingredient. Right after this, we have glycerin, which brings moisture to the skin. And I think that in makeup products, to avoid drying our skin, a presence of glycerin is actually very cool. And then we go, and it's quite up, and it's a new ingredient in this concealer that hasn't been before. It is called Iris Florentina Root Extract. What is it? It is an extract from iris and it hydrates and maintains hydration to the skin. Very good. I love that. My skin under eyes is definitely dry, very demanding and wrinkly. Extra hydration, perfectly mixed with a coverage. This is something that I'm looking for and it is my mission to find it. I wonder how the concealer is going to perform. Then we have something like lecithin. Lecithin is a very cool ingredient and it's very nice that it's in here. It provides moisture and elasticity to the skin. And then we go down and we have the hydrolyzed viola tree color extract that has been existed already, though this one is hydrolyzed, and once again it's a wild pansy extract. And it is a skin protecting and soothing ingredient. As an emollient, softens and smooths the skin and gives a comfort to the skin. And then we have tocopherol, a very good tocopherol, vitamin E, a vitamin of life that is a very punchy and powerful antioxidant that is going to protect your skin against the very aggressive external stressors. How wonderful. And then we have another new ingredient which is called Achillea millefolium extract. It is called an Achilles herb, all yarrow. Very interesting, guys, ingredients, which is a skin conditioning soothing ingredient, and it can work as well as a fragrance ingredient. We're going to see if the concealer has any natural fragrance. And then the last interesting ingredient would be the Tropa aerolum majus flower leaf stem extract that was previously existing as well. And once again, it is a nasturtium extract, and it is a very good tonifying and antioxidant ingredient, giving you protection and revitalization. So yes, guys. To summarize what has been told and the comparison between the old and the new reformulation, because I think that this is very important. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, and I want to emphasize that I am not an expert, I am just a person that is interested in ingredients and is interested in what basically I am putting on my face and keeping on my face for 10 hours or more. So when it comes to ingredients comparison, what I can say, and this is my own opinion, the old ingredient list is absolutely incredibly rich with silicones. Different type of silicones that creates some sort of a film that works smoothing, but like smoothing in a fake way, because once you're gonna wash it off, the smoothness, you're gonna wash off the smoothness, just to say. While the new formulation of Dior Forever gets rid of all these kind of a fake smoothing ingredients and is replacing it with actives and moisture. You have the floral ingredients that are anti-age, that are revitalizing, that are protecting, absolutely wonderful. And then you have a very simple moisture in the form of glycerin and caprylic triglycerin that is going to keep the moisture. And then you have a little bit of a protection in the form of the tocopherol, which is a very punchy vitamin E. It's an oxidant that is going to protect your skin against external stressors. So in my opinion, if I look at this ingredients list, I say it is great. It is great. Whatever has happened in here, the silicones are gone. And instead of that, we have actives, floral actives that are going to be anti-aging and revitalizing. And we have some moisture and we have some protections in the form of the antioxidants. Oh, God. Guys, I mean, oh my gosh. I really work and prepare myself very hard for every episode, and I'm studying the ingredients because I think That is important. It's important for me to tell you what are you actually putting on your face and keeping on your face for 10 hours. I would not be sleeping in the night if I would not pass you these informations. So yes, guys, these were the ingredients of the two concealers, and right now, the reveal, guys. Let's have the reveal because they oxidize. The Dior has it. Like the Dior is just having the product that they oxidize. Let's have a look. How do they oxidize? Alright guys, so let's just go with the flow and let's check these swatches. Once again, on this side is 0.5 N in the old formulation. A gorgeous, pretty, natural shade. I absolutely love it. And on this side is a 0.5 N in the new formulation. For me, the new formulation N is not N. Like at all. It is actually very warm. It is very difficult to be very matchy, as you can see. But it gets more interesting, guys, because they oxidize. They do oxidize. So let me show you as you can see, the old formulation right over here. Maybe, no, yeah, over here. Have to really act quickly because they do oxidize, as you can see. And then the new formulation. No one is telling you this. Why people are not telling you this? This is very important. You go to the shop and then you pick up the shade that is not your shade. I don't understand. Anyway, this is the new layer of the old concealer and this is the oxidized one. While right over here, this is the new layer and this is the oxidized of the new concealer. Old side, new side. Oh my gosh, can you see it? It does oxidize, so prepare yourself. Once again, when you're gonna be in the shop swatching, give yourself 5 minutes so that they will oxidize and they will reveal its real shade. Because I would never say that I'm 0.5. I was always, when it comes to Dior, to like 1N or 1.5 N. This is 0.5. And I think that this 0.5 might actually work. Right below, it's 0N. And it's very bright. So yeah, so this is how it looks like on this side, and this is how it looks like on this side. And as I said, I love it. I love the fact that Dior is actually reformulating the products. Please do so, but do not change the shade. Change the formula, I'm fine. Change the bottle, I'm fine. Change the packaging, I'm fine, but don't change the shade. I love this 0.5. And for me, for my skin, it was perfect. But okay, guys, I guess you know the spiel. You know the deal. What is happening, Dior? What have you done? Why have you done this? The old formulation 0.5 oxidized, non-oxidized, and 0.5 new formulation. The 0.5 is not the same as the 0.5. So yeah, guys. Anyway, enough with the drama. Enough with the drama right now. Let's go to the application and let's play a little bit with the makeup. So I'm gonna wipe this off and I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, the swatches are gone and now let's have some fun with the makeup. First, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the old formulation Dior Forever Skin Correct in the shade 0.5 and let me just show you from the close-up. As you can see, I'm over 40 years old. My skin is normal to dry with a very dry under eye area and right over here. So any extra dryness are going to pop I mean, they're going to show all my fine lines and wrinkles like instantly. So I am not a very big fan of the concealer because I haven't found a concealer that would perform extremely well and moisturizing without showing these fine lines and wrinkles. Will this concealer be the one we're going to see? And we're going to see the comparison, especially how the old formulation performs against the new formulations. So I'm going to take the old concealer and I'm going to apply a little bit in here and a little bit in here. And now I suppose the fairest method would be with the temperature of my finger. I'm going to apply the whole concealer to my face. I will not look at you, I will look at the viewfinder so that we can see what is happening right in front of your eyes, okay? So basically when it comes to the old formulation, the coverage was here. You know, everything was here, and definitely the smoothing silicones that were within this formulation, they definitely work. So I suppose for people who don't care about the skincare ingredients within the cosmetic products, they probably were very upset because it is not so smoothing as it was before. Basically, a silicone creates a film. And on top of that, everything is just like, basically, it looks really very nice, very smoothing, and it performs probably better. But then, is the silicone any good ingredient? There are so many divided opinions about that. I'm not gonna jump. Everyone can have an opinion, you know, especially in social media and in internet, and everyone's opinion should be respected as long as that person respects other opinions as well. Let's respect each other. I'm talking too much, but as you can see, I'm playing with my finger. I'm applying it in my under eye area, and guys, so yeah, this is how the eye looked like. Wonderful, really pretty. No wonder that it was the old formulation. Where are you? No wonder that the old formulation was everyone's favorite for a very long time because it looks good. It was because right now you can't even buy it. You know, I just have it because I'm a freak. I love collecting things. Anyway, especially when it comes to makeup. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks really very nice, and the shade 0.5, as you could see, perfect neutral shade. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay. So right now let's go to the other eye and let's apply the new formulation. I love this glass bottle. It is very nice in touch. But okay, enough. You know, you can see that I am a makeup freak. I love makeup. I love products. I love talking about the products. And I can talk about these products for like hours, as you can see, because my episodes are really very long. I'm not that type of a 1 minute type of a person that is just going to tell you, go to the shop and buy it. I want you to have your own opinion based on what you're seeing. Anyway. The same type of application as it was. We're doing the comparison. So I'm trying to be and work basically the same as I would with the other one. The funniest thing is actually I'm gonna go out. my sides are gonna look different. This is gonna be funny. But anyway, I look again at the viewfinder while talking with you as well. And yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. It has a very typical scent, typical to Dior. If you've ever been exploring the Dior product, you probably know the scent. But hey, this scent is based on a natural flower. That is the new ingredient, so I don't have a problem. The scent is not very powerful, and again, the natural origin ingredients. In the new concealer, you have 96% of natural origin ingredients. This is really incredible, and this is something that probably only Dior and Givenchy is doing. Some brands, they're kind of trying to catch up, but they're not yet. They're just not there yet, you know? So yeah. Anyway, it's blending with my finger like a dream. Love that. You have to definitely, especially if you have a mature under eye area, give yourself a little bit of a time. The temperature of your body sometimes works perfectly with a products like this. And the more time you spend blending it, I personally believe, and it's my opinion, it's gonna perform better. But as you can see, the two dots for both sides, they were good. They were good. So now let me approach and show you how everything looks like from the close-up. Once again, old formulation and the new formulation. As you can see, the old formulation shade is a perfect shade. While the new one, it is going to oxidize, but it is a warm. This is neutral, typical for me, in my opinion, neutral, and this is warm. What can we do? We move on, you know? And let me show you now, because I suppose it has been in my under eye area for quite few minutes. Let me show you if it has creased. The old formulation certainly has creased. And the new one, it has creased as well. But we are not going to set it. We're not going to do anything. We're going to work the day just like that. So in the case of a little bit of a crease, we're just going to take a mirror and do the tap, tap, tap. And then in here as well. To get rid of the eventual crease. Basically, guys, there's like, you know, it's a real honesty. My under eye area, wherever I'm gonna put it, it will crease. There's this is just how the way it is. So if it creases, it's not I'm trying to put any shame on the brand or the product. It's just because my skin will crease every product that I'm going to put in my under eye area. So there you have it. And for me, the both sides, they look really very good. Very lightweight. Sometimes you put the concealer and you just like you just feel it. They become the product dries and becomes crusty, and it makes something horrible with your under eye area. And here, I feel soothing, comfort. I don't basically see any feel any kind of a dryness. I loved it. The feeling and the sensation, how it lies in here in my under eye area is wonderful. It's great, extremely comfortable, and this is something that I am looking for. And so far, so good, guys. One thing that I would like to say and talk about the Dior is the generosity of the product, guys. We're talking about more or less 11 milliliters of the product, and every one of them was like 40 euros costs, which is really very cool. Because my favorite concealer, a lightweight concealer, light to medium coverage concealer, Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat, has 2 milliliters. 2 milliliters, and it costs the same as these, and these ones have 11. So the generosity is definitely here. Anyway, these concealers, they claim to be not only good for the under eye, but they claim to be good for all over my face. So this is how we're gonna play right now. The old concealer and the old formulation, I'm going to put lightly all over my face and make it work as some sort of a makeup. I think this is more than enough. And I am going to take the brush or not. You know what, guys? I'm gonna prepare the sponges and I'm gonna distribute this with the different sponges. Alright guys, so I have prepared two different sponges, and right now we're going to use this sponge and apply this to my face lightly as some sort of a very light makeup. And look what is it melts. The old concealer shade basically melts with my skin and it becomes undetectable, giving me giving me a very nice light coverage, evening out my skin tone, and is just perfecting my skin. I mean, it's not like some sort of a, I don't know. If the 0.5 N in the new formulation would have the same shade, that would be really so cool, and it doesn't. And that's my own personal issue, because I don't mind the reformulation, repackaging, whatnot, just don't change the shade. And now this is how it looks like, guys. Let's have a comparison. This is a normal skin of a person that is over 40 years old, a person that takes care about the skin. This is how it looks like, guys. This is the reality. And now the under eye, and now the face that is covered with the old formulation concealer. It looks really very nice. It looks really very good. You don't need a lot now, just a little bit of a color. If you want a little bit of a shade, like in the form of a bronzer, and you're good to go. So yes, but enough. You get it. You get what I'm trying to say. And this is the new formulation, and we're going to do exactly the same. And you can definitely see that it's lighter. I have the last bottle. I have the last bottle of 0.5 in the old formulation because it's gone. It's gone. So I used this sponge on this side, and this is the other sponge that I'm going to use on this side, and see how it blends. Very nice. Very nice. I like it as well. And it is going to oxidize. So absolutely there is no drama. As you could see, it does oxidize. And this is something that when it comes to Dior, it's very typical. And whenever you're gonna swatch any kind of a complexion product from Dior, is it foundation, is it the concealer, give yourself a little bit of time, like 5 minutes, to see the real shade. I think it is very, very important. Okay, it has blended like a dream. It has blended like a dream. And let's see, because as you can see, I have a little bit of an imperfection here. That's my beauty. My beauty. Let's see if it can hide or not. I wouldn't say that it is a full coverage concealer, but hey, I don't really mind. Okay, but if I'm going to keep it like that, I don't know. It did cover. It did cover. Okay, let's just keep it like that. So yes, guys, once again, the comparison. Dior Forever Skin Correct 0.5 in the old formulation, and Dior Forever Skin Correct 0.5 in the new formulation. I like this side better because of the shade, but then when it comes how do they look like, the finish and everything, they look very similar. Let me approach so that you can see from the close-up. I wonder, what do you think? Do you see any significant difference? The formulation, I think, and the reformulation happen only for better. It's filled and packed with naturally derived ingredients, and that's really cool. And the silicones, they're just like, bye bye silicones, you know? So, yeah, the old formulation and the new formulation, and the under eye area, the old formulation and the new formulation. Let me have a close look. The crease is here, but it's minimalistic. It is really minimalistic, and that it's not a problem to take your finger, tap, 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 the other finger, tap, 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 and you're good to go. I suppose the most important thing is to check the performance of the concealers. So yes, right now I'm going to add a little bit of a color to my face, and I'll be back and we're gonna continue with the episode. Alright guys, and so here we are back with a finished makeup. Not a lot has happened actually, because this is a very important test, so nothing has happened apart from the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Wands, the Pillow Talk in the form of a highlighter, and the Glowgasm Pinkgasm in the form of a high blusher. And this is how it looks like, by the way. The new ones are on the way. So the test will happen, but to the subject about these concealers and about this makeup. Tell me what you think about it. It looks nice. It looks nice. It looks perfected. I think if I would add more of a pore smoothing primer and then the pore smoothing powder, it would look even better. But this already looks very nice. It looks perfected. This the way I absolutely love it, although this is what I've said and I'm repeating myself, the old formulation shade 0.5, I like it more. I like it more instead of the 0.5, the new formulation. But yes, guys, this is how it looks like. And this is how it looks like in my studio in the natural light. So right now, let's go on a walk and let's see how this makeup looks like in the outside light. I think it's very important. So yeah, let's go on a walk. I'll see you just outside. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. Paris Star Channel here welcomes you outside in the natural light check-in situation. By the way, the weather is absolutely beautiful and sunny. Sun is just over there. So let me turn against the sun so that you can see how this makeup presents itself in the natural light. Well, just a bit of a my head. Just a little bit of a reminder. This is the old formulation. This is the new formulation. This is how the makeup looks like. And oh my gosh! And this is the concealer side, the old formulation. I'm creating a shade of my own self. Wait a second. I need to figure. There you go. So this is the concealer side, the old formulation, and the new formulation. And this is the makeup. Oh my gosh, guys, tell me, what do you think? I think it looks really quite cute. As a product that has not been prepped by any primer, not set by any setting powder, if this is how it looks like, wow. By the way, the wrinkles, fine lines, it's my own beauty, but the whole product itself, it's holding, I suppose, very well. So yeah, guys, there you have it. This is the check-in outside in the natural light. This is done. What is left is to meet in a studio and do the longevity test, because we have to check and see for how long this kind of an outstanding performance can last. So yes, guys, let's go back to the studio for a final check-in and my final thoughts based on my experience while working with a product from Dior concealer skin perfect. I forgot the name. Let's go back to the studio and remind myself. Skin Correct. Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. Let's go back to the studio for that check-in. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars! Paris Star Channel here welcomes you with a final check-in. And guys, let me just show you one thing because, well, where is it? There you go. It is after 11. I have been wearing this makeup for a very long time, certainly more than 10 hours today, so I certainly have some opinion and definitely I have some thoughts and certainly I have some experience that I would like to share with you while working with the products. Just a reminder, guys, Dior Forever Skin Correct old formulation against the new formulation. But before I am going to tell you my opinion, I would like to do the close-up so that you can have your own opinion and then we can talk about it, okay? Old formulation makeup against the new formulation makeup. But I suppose we're still talking about the concealer, which means how do they perform in my under eye area. So let's have a close-up and there you have it. The old formulation against a new formulation. So as you can see, when it comes to formulation, there has been a significant difference. But how do they look like and how do they perform? They actually look very similar. If I would be like here from afar, would you be able to tell the difference? If I would come from the close-up, would you be able to see the difference? And right now, I'm going to show you another footage from my bathroom, from a very cruel light of my bathroom, so that you can see old formulation against the new formulation on the other side. And once again, can you actually tell the difference? Because there are not many of the differences. But guys, if someone would have asked me, what do I love about these concealers? What do I love so much about the old concealer formulation? I'm going to tell you this right away. First thing would be the shade. 0.5N, it's a perfect neutral shade that fits me perfectly. And sadly, 0.5N within the old line, it's not the same in comparison with a 0.5 from the new line. What a shame. What a shame. It is what it is. So this shade from the old line, I think it was the perfect neutral shade and well, it's not coming back. So that would be the first thing. The second thing, the old formulation was definitely much more user-friendly because of its creamy consistency. This consistency is rather more creamy, while this one is rather more lotiony, which means less creamy. So, what does it mean? This basically creamy consistency spreads like butter, and it's because it has lots of silicones. It's smooth as well and it looks very nice on your face and of course in your under eye area. You can definitely see those kind of smoothing properties that probably comes from a silicones that creates a certain type of a film on your skin. There's not a huge difference, but you can notice the difference in the old formulation. So there you have it. The strongest point of the old formulation would be user-friendly, creamy texture, smoothing texture, and a perfect 0.5 neutral shade. But then, we have a new era. We have a new era coming with a skin-caring concealers, and there you have it. This is the one. So if someone would have asked me, the strongest points of this concealer would be exactly no more silicones, but a true skin caring formula, which makes this concealer a perfect concealer for the mature skin. If it's your face or your under eye area, it is a perfect formulation for you if you have a mature skin. This is a non-drying formula. I mean, Okay, after 7 hours you will definitely sense some sort of a dryness, but certain concealers, when you put them, you sense the dryness like immediately because they have to set. This concealer does not require powder, sets on its own, and it's not drying. It's not drying. It performs really very well. It is not perfect concealer. Let me tell you this. It is not a perfect concealer, but it is a very good concealer. So there you have it. The strongest points of this concealer is a perfect skin caring formula that performs very well. It lasts a very long time, as I'm telling you, more than 10 hours. You can see it on my face, and it is a very good for the mature skin. Those are the strongest points of this concealer. It can be worn in your under eye or all over the face. So obviously, guys, there will not be a very huge surprise if I'm going to tell you that Paris Star Channel gives a green light to the new concealer from Dior, Dior Forever Skin Correct. A very good and interesting concealer, and it's going to be one of my favorites probably in the year of 2023. And it is actually a very similar concealer to the there you are, to the Givenchy Prisme Libre concealer, another concealer filled with skincare. So I think, what are we going to do for the next episode? And I think this is a very cool idea. This is something that you like as well. A battle between maybe the best skin caring concealers of the year 2023. We're going to compare them all together side by side, and then we're going to see how do they look like, how do they perform. I think it might be actually a very interesting battle. But yes, once again, Paris Star Channel gives a green light to Dior Forever Skin Correct. Guys, what a wonderful test it has been, and what a wonderful experience with Dior Forever. What do you think? I think it looks quite cute. This episode, guys, has come to an end. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for tuning in and celebrating with me diversity. Diversity makes us all different and beautiful. Guys, it's time to say goodbye, but I deeply invite you to see you in the new episode. But as for now, guys, from Paris with love, mwah, take care. Bye bye now.